Shalom, shalom wa ahaba, mishpaka, shalom wa ahaba. Peace and love, family, peace and love. I want to say shalom to the whole house of Yasharel, all 12 tribes scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And I also want to say shalom to all the sojourners, the Gentiles, and the foreigners, and all those who give thanks, honor, and praises to the Elohim, or God of the Bible, and his only begotten Son, Yahushua HaMashiach, to whom many of us refer to as Christ. Hallelujah. Mishpaka, I want to take a quick moment, in this season of awakening and in this season of judgment, you know what I'm saying? I just want to, send a quick nugget out to all of us who are out here, who are teaching our families, and, those of us who may be, reaching large, groups of people, and those who may be taking in money from the people. And, just a quick little nugget as to how we want to try to make sure that we shy away from merchandising the word of the Most High. You understand that, Mishpachah? So before we go any further, let's get a quick word from the Apostle Shaul to show you what the early attitude was towards merchandising the Most High. And it wasn't a positive attitude. You understand that, Mishpachah? I'm not saying that one can't receive gifts from the heart that come from people, but we got to be careful about buying and selling in the name of the Most High Yah. Hallelujah. And it goes on, and it says in Second Corinthians, or Corinthian, more commonly known as Corinthians, Second Corinthians chapter 2, and we're going to start at verse 14, and we're just going to read it out. It says, but thanks be to Elohim, who always leads us on to overcome in Mashiach, or in Messiah, and manifest through us the fragrance of his knowledge in every place. See, so thanks to Elohim, we are able to, manifest the fragrance of the Messiah. You see what I'm saying? So all power is due to Elohim. But thanks to Elohim, who always leads us on to overcome in Messiah. You understand that, Mishpachah? So it says, because we are to Yahuwah the fragrance of Mashiach, or Messiah, among those who are being saved and among those who are perishing. So when you come bringing the word of the Most High, when you come living the word of the Most High, you are the fragrance, see what I'm saying, of Mashiach. So you are the fragrance of the gospel. You are the fragrance of the Messiah. You are the fragrance of who many call Christ, among those who are saved and among those who are perishing. And that's how that fragrance is received, whether this is a living person or whether this is a spiritually dead person. It says, to the one we are the smell of death to death. See, so of the spiritually dead, when you come and you living in righteousness and you living according to the word of the Most High, you smell like death to the spiritually dead, because you coming against that life that they want to continue living. You see what I'm saying? They want to continue living in drunkenness. They want to keep living in fornication. They want to keep living in materialism and in idolatry and in everything that this world that we live in calls popular culture. See what I'm saying? So the spiritually dead. So when you come through speaking life, you sound like death to the spiritually dead. You see what I'm saying? And to the other, the fragrance of Chai, or the fragrance of life to life. And who is competent for these? He asked the question, who is competent for these? So to those who are spiritually dead, you smell like death. And to those who are spiritually living, you smell like life. When you come through speaking the word, and this is a righteous person, but just may be lost in ignorance. They may be miseducated. They may not know which way they're going, but in their heart is righteously intent. You see what I'm saying? They have righteous intent of heart. They just may be misguided. So when you come through living and speaking the word, you smell like life to them. You see what I'm saying? For we are not, this is the point for today, for we are not, as so many, merchandising the word of Yah. So Shaul is saying here, like a whole lot of people out here, they selling the word of Yah. You see what I'm saying? They out here with the t-shirts, with the hats, with the shoes, with the hoodies. They, they out here, selling the feast days. They out here selling everything, taking in this money. You see what I'm saying? But Shaul was saying, we ain't like that. So for we are not, as so many, merchandising the word of Yahuwah, but as of sincerity, from the kindness of our heart and from the inspiration and from the spirit. But as of sincerity, but as from Elohim, in the sight of Elohim, we speak in Messiah. So in sincerity and out of the heart, people give the word pretty much it ain't a good thing and it ain't a good look to be out here charging for the word of the Most High. Now, I'm not saying if somebody that really appreciate what you're doing had it on their heart to give you a donation, that you need to reject these things, and this, and the third. But you got to be careful with what you're doing with the money that you're receiving for the people. Because if the people throwing you bags of money and you ain't putting it back into them and back into their salvation and back into the upbuilding of the kingdom, but you taking their money and you going and buying houses. You taking their money and you sending your children to school. You taking their money and, you know what I mean, you buying new shoes for yourself. You buying new things for yourself. You know what I mean, you taking care of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wives off of money that they are giving you. You got to be careful with that. You understand that, Mr. Carr? You don't want to be receiving their money for the word that you giving out and you going and buy, you know what I'm saying, fresh new gear, building up yourself versus building up the kingdom. Because we have to be careful in this awakening. If we want to continue to progress and continue to have the favor of the Most High over us and covering us while we're in the lands of our enemies. You see what I'm saying? We got to be careful about merchandising the word of the Most High. You understand that, Mr. Carr? And always remember, if somebody really going to teach you to walk on your own 2 feet, if they have the need to be needed. See, a lot of spiritual leaders have the need to be needed. They need you to need them so that they can keep living off of what it is that you are doing for them. So if a person is in that kind of position, will they ever really teach you the whole full frontal truth and give you the full frontal ability to walk on your own 2 feet if they have the need to be needed by you? And with that, Mr. McCall, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And always remember to keep the fire burning. A little more oil in my lungs. Hallelujah, Mr. McCall. Keep your eyes open. Stay prepared so you don't have to get prepared. And remember that your redemption is near. Stay wise, Mr. McCall. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hallelujah. Until we meet again. Kumar Yasharel. Kwam Yasha'Allah. Arise, Yisrael. Shalom. Shalom. Salam, Mr. McCall. Hallelujah.